So the next episode is science fiction, right? Issue.
Is it
of
gonna be?
zine.
Are we sure? Are we sure?
Yeah. Aren't you working on your thing, man? I want to
No,
see
I've
your
not been
fuss and
working on
lie.
anything. No, I have
You
not.
don't have to be working on every 5 minutes. We've got plenty of time.
I mean, with you, no, I don't have plenty of time because you've probably already published the next episode without
I
any
published two
content.
issues. I published two issues while you were asleep this morning.
Yeah, like, I was like, all right,
no.
White Bread's pushing out the third one, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna read it because you were so last minute. I know this is gonna. And I literally what I did was like, all right, what's the page count? 70 something? I'm like, fuck, man. He never listens to me, so I don't care anymore.
My hope is that by the time I get to issue 5, I'll be bringing it down to 50, but we'll see.
I think 50 is too much. Yeah, well, you guys just have no self-control. And I'm not in there to talk you down off the ledge. I don't know where you guys are discussing this shit, but like, if I was in there, you guys would just hate me, though.
No one's discussing it. You and me discussing it, man. I just get on with it. People send me stuff. I put it in and we go. There's no sitting around contemplating I did read this great blog post that said 48 pages, absolute maximum for a Z.
Yeah, because it divides right. Yeah, of course. And I'm telling you, that's a little aggressive, but you have to get there. I mean, you have to edit. You have to edit.
I am editing.
I'm just going to keep saying that. No, you're not. No, you're editing. But you're like, let's edit everything. Like, no, man. Yeah. You have to be more brutal.
World War II one down to like half its length.
Yeah, I know. Instead of 100 and something, it was 70. I'm just like, but you know me, like, I will say something, right? Like,
I'm happy for you to say something. Whether I listen is the challenge.
No, I know. No, but what do you always call me intense. I'm like, intense?
Because I did that one time. One time.
Or am I intense or am I like, God damn it, you motherfuckers, man. Like, come on. Like, I'm really brutal with my own shit, obviously. Like, and I'm just like, no, I'm not. Yeah. I'm going to get it down to the bare minimum. And I expect that. I want people to do that for me when I'm the reader. And so, of course, I do that as the publisher.
Yeah. Like, if I write fiction, I squeeze that stuff to 2 pages.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like, or 1 page. Yeah, for sure. Like, I keep that thing tight.
Yeah. The fiction was never the problem. These.
No, the problem is that I decided I needed 20 in issue 2. I needed 20 so you could roll a D20 modern magic ideas. And that I wanted to fully describe all the World War II weapons in issue 3. This is the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Problem is,
yes, you're explaining the problem that I pointed out to you. To me.
I'm accepting it. It's a problem. What I lack is the ability or interest in changing.
Well, so like, I mean, I feel like now we're just gonna keep talking about zines because this is actually interesting to me. So
yeah, totally.
For a there's very few good zines to me. Like, there's zines that I enjoy. You know, like you're gonna find like, oh, there's this one thing in here that's kind of cool. I would like there to be 3 things in everything that's cool, and maybe not to everyone, but we've talked about this. Like, you got to have in unnamed worlds, you got to have the one pillar at least, right?
Oh, 100%. But I'm happy we're getting those pillars, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, the third one just wasn't my jam.
I think the third one is because the World War II one is a bit. Not divisive, but it's a bit, you're into it or you're not.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm not mad
Whereas
about
everyone's
it.
into magic. No, it's what it is. It's a thing that I've played a lot of World War II campaigns and I'm going to use that book. Like, I'm going to use that stuff. So
I
For
just
me,
still think it's a
worth it.
supplement rather than. I would love, like, go to, like, even if the whole episode, the whole zine is just like, this is the one where you come back and it's a reference almost, right? Like, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Like, don't even pretend the other shit's in there.
Yeah.
Because it's a zine, you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? Like,
well, that's what I am doing. But the thing I'm doing, that's whatever I want, is making it 70 pages.
I know. And all you have to do. I got tired of being the taskmaster, and I'm just like,
yeah. But the trick is, right, you look at 3 until the World War II section, and it's great.
Yeah, there's some cool shit
maybe till the tool section. It's great because there's Pete's adventure in Wales. There's Paulo's some awesome fiction. Paulo's Beast thing is freaking amazing. I played that. Incredible. It's just that at the end, it's the last thing. It's the extra long freaking. Do you know? I think it's because of the format. And what I should do is not put those in the zine, but I'm tired of doing separate things. Like, there's no point to me. I want it in the book, so I put it in the fucking book.
Yeah, but why not have... do magazines have, like, an addendum or something? Zine addendum? What if it was a 3.5?
Wow. I think the audience is already confused by.
No, I think that's cool. I honestly would. I think people are. What game were we talking about? It's one of those weird games where they had a zine and they put the fucking game in the third episode, the third volume.
Yeah. Worlds Without Master. No.
Yeah, it was one of the
Worlds Without Master.
Yeah.
Yep.
No offense to that dude, but come on, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're doing the Kickstarter to get it out.
I know.
Now, so,
Of course they are. Oh, anything that's popular, we're going to kickstart. It's great.
No, it's been like 10 years. He's doing it because he loves it. I think this is the thing, right?
I was on a server with those guys.
They're just absorbed in their stuff. Yeah. It's all cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I just left because it just wasn't vibing with me. But they're doing their thing and they're loving it. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And I don't want to shit on their fun. It's just their fun was a little political to me.
Yeah. Well, I like the vibe of the concept. It is a big book, though. It's a simple concept, and the Kickstarter is a big book. I think this is like my problem too. I'm deep into using the fictional elements, like of World War II weapons, as a way to really hook into that world without a bunch of other rules. So I kind of get it. Do you know this is right? Okay, so here's the thing, right? We talked a bit about this last time, but let's have a quick chat about it now. I'm trying to do this thing. This is why this one's taken a little bit longer than 1 month, like all the others.
So you already have the first like 50 pages of issue 4.
Pete's got a new adventure in.
Who's Pete? I don't even know Pete.
2 pieces of fiction. Pete Jones, who did the Hellhounds one last issue. Yeah. And then we've got some good fiction, and then there is a big open space to put your faster than light thing in when it's ready. And then I'm doing this thing, which the working title, which is going to change, is Forgotten Wizards of Future Wars.
Oh my God.
I'm going to change it though. But what it is this. So this has been fascinating. So what I want to do is, So you look at the way warfare is going to evolve. It's all drones, and like
Of course, yeah.
future war is going to be people out of the loop. You don't need people.
Boop, go kill.
But role playing, but role playing is about people, right? So I'm trying to make a future world which has drones and AI in it, but has people in it as well, actually pulling the trigger and stuff. So you can be part of the action. So it's like Star Wars, for example. Why do you need people in Star Wars? They have perfectly good droids. The droids can fight. We saw that in
Drone Wars was cool, right? Like, so there's your, that's good. But
exactly.
But that was like, that was 70s drones.
They were definitely 70s drones.
They have fucking legs.
Yeah.
Like, what is that about?
Yeah. This is the thing I'm trying to make, right? So we've played a lot of future kind of combat and stuff in worlds and whatever, cyberpunk, whatever. The thing is, it's like we can't get over guns. Everything's a gun. Yeah. So I'm trying to build something which is AI isn't omnipresent, but it's available with risks and costs. And drones aren't everything, but they're available. So it's not like we're ignoring the fact that there should be drones on the battlefield. But the other thing is I'm trying to make guns not boring. And you know what I discovered, which is why I'm calling it in my head this stupid name right
guns
now.
are fucking boring?
No, you can make guns fucking exciting. So let me just describe one of these, right? So one of these things is a laser, right? But if you read old science fiction stories, they have things, they call them beamers sometimes, which is basically just a torch. You shine the torch and it everything it touches, it affects.
Yep.
So if you make a laser that when you pull the trigger, a beam of heat comes out of it, and that heat will burn people, melt things, all that sort of stuff. You get a really fascinating weapon that isn't a gun, right? Because you can melt a hole through a plastic wall.
So a flashlight lightsaber.
Yes, exactly. So that's a fascinating, that's more interesting suddenly. It's still kind of a gun, but it's more interesting. But then I'm started to look at more and more interesting things beyond that. Like, what about
argue that that's interesting? Maybe. Keep going.
Well, okay. So let me give you. So in each section on these weapons, I've got a list of things you can do with it, right? And so that's the most boring one and the closest to a gun. But it's heat, right? So what can heat do? Well, heat can burn holes in plastic things, and if you make the world basically plastic steel, then it can burn holes in a hell of a lot of things. And if all the artifacts people are carrying are plasteel, then you can melt other people's guns, whatever. Heat can explode, explode things like grenades and bullets and stuff like that. So that's interesting. It can melt through your armor immediately. This is why your stormtroopers have stupid armor.
So my immediate boring pushback is like adjudicating that, right? Like, but like some of it is in real. But what you're talking about is that's a horrible thing to have on a spaceship. You can't have that.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's the even better, right? So
okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, so let's say you're on a planet. Well, what do you want? You want one of these things, right? Because you can sweep the beam across 100 creatures.
Yeah, but it's going to burn everything down, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Right? So your gun is fire starting and melting things, and but it's powerful. It's fucking amazing. It's I think it's going to work super well. But then you put in some more interesting things, right? So the next level of complexity is what's called an electro laser. I'm not calling that in the game. But you shoot a laser beam and you use the laser beam to send electricity at the person. So now you're electrocuting people and things, drones and people and whatever. but you don't have to like shoot them in a vital spot. You can just shoot them in the foot and electrocute them to death. Yeah, if given enough time. And
you
so that's
are
again,
weirdly excited about this.
it's so freaking good, man. I was talking to my in-person group the other night, and they're so pumped. Okay, so these are the kind of boring ones. But then, what if you get to?
Those are the boring ones.
What if you get to? Then the more boring end of the spectrum, right? I put guns here, and then we're moving down the spectrum, right? What about something that can shoot hot plastic at people, right? So you can stick people to things, throw nets at them that stick to them, bowlers, all this sort of stuff. That's interesting. What if you can shoot chemicals at people, right? So this is what I'm talking about. I'm like building a spectrum of things that interact and have rock, paper, scissors going on, but all of it builds to kind of this environment where this thing can explode the bullets in that thing, and that thing can stop this thing from working. And you see what I mean? You get tactics in fiction instead of tactics in things. And instead of like, oh, we're all basically carrying things that are guns with different badges on. But this is the really interesting bit. Once you do that, what you discover is you're actually creating wizards.
Of course you are.
Wizards.
Yeah. And this is where I'm like, you're losing me on this. Like, I'm anti this on you. Like, I don't find any of that interesting at all.
Oh,
not in the least.
I'm the only person I've talked to who does it, but that's cool.
Yeah, cool. So that'll be an interesting, like,
yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
Is that a fun story to tell? Is that a fun narrative to? Is that a conversation that's interesting?
Yeah, no, I think what it is it's like D&D 4th edition, but with fiction instead of things. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So to be clear, I'm not talking about this is going to be the story of, characters in love and drama and all. No. This is just the thing in the future war where it becomes D&D 4th edition, but way faster because essentially your wizards, because your weapon can do all sorts of things. Like, so your lightning gun can use as a defibrillator and bring someone back to life, theoretically, right? There's heaps of things these things do. So in each one, I got this section, which is, hey, maybe you could do this. Maybe you could create a tornado. Maybe you could, create an earthquake. Maybe you could, So, yeah, I think it's going to be amazing for the combat bit, but it doesn't replace the other bits of the game. No, it's like. It's like Sky Pirates. There are features of those airships and those lightning cannons or whatever that make that interesting. But it is really basically Sky Pirates is basically pirates on the ocean. But you've got a few different tricks because you can change levels and all sorts of stuff. This is like going, okay, well, imagine if there's a range of weapons that interact with each other in different ways. So the actual combat bit becomes like 4th edition, but with fiction instead of a bucket load of rules.
I'm suspicious of this.
That's awesome.
It is. Like, so Sky Pirates was cool because, it was basically steampunk, right? Like, so that's fair. Yeah. But, like, what was interesting was the living ship, right? Like, that was interesting. Like, the idea that, like, the weapons had a cost and recharge. I thought you nailed that shit. Like a flashlight that can kill everything. That isn't exciting to me. Like, I don't know. Is it really big? Do you have to have, like, can it only?
So the trick is, okay. So you fire a bullet, it hits a person, it damages them, and you're done, right? So this is a flashlight that burns. But it won't kill you, people. If so you can maim 100
you can dodge,
people in
right? Like
seconds.
you can get. Oh, I got first degree burn, but I'm good now.
Yeah. But like, if you just sweep it across somebody, they won't die. They'll just have horrible burns, right?
Yeah.
So you have to shoot it through them, and shooting it through them means, have to stick it on a certain spot and drill a hole in them to kill them. So basically, you can maim a lot of people, right? You can maim way more people than you can maim with a gun. But you can't kill people unless they're immobilized. So you need combinations of weapons, like a stunner to immobilize them, followed up by one of these pyro lances. So yeah, there's a lot of. I'm giving you a very high level, broad thing, but the concept is you have to work together with multiple people using multiple tools to be most effective. So it's the combination of I'm going to use my Banshee to knock all these guys down on the ground screaming, and then you're going to come on with your pyro lance and kill them one by one, like killed, like that. But then a dude comes along with the disruptor and stops your pyro lance from working. Crap, what do we do now? You see what I mean? That's the environment I'm talking about. Tactics, evolving tactics, and
cool.
It's the situation. So I think it'll work very
weaponry.
Well. Yeah, but the weapons basically are you have a weapon that is a lightning weapon, and now you're a lightning wizard, right? You can do the same thing, but make it.
Yeah, it's fair.
But it happens to be that you're carrying things that look like guns to do all your magic, which means that basically what you got is that kind of vibe where it's the weapons you're carrying, not the person that create the thing. Although with some skill, you can get better and do cool stuff. Yeah. So we'll see what it's like. Yeah. But right now I'm pumped for it. Yeah. Which means it's because I've got to describe all these different weapons. It's going to be another World War II thing, but hopefully more interesting.
Well, don't ask me about it then, because I'll be the killjoy.
Yeah, but what I look at is I read science fiction and I go, this is way more interesting. And then when I play it, it's cool, but it's like we could have just played this in World War II.
Yeah.
Like it's yeah. I want to play science fiction. I want to play these things are weird and different to the current,
which leads me to my weird, which I have not read since I shared it with you. But my thing is weird. I have actual wizards.
It's fucking awesome. I can't wait.
It's weird. I don't. Let's not talk about it. But that's what's interesting to me, because I can't talk about. I literally haven't read it. It's been on the shelf for a while. But
yeah. You need processing time to come back to it. Yeah,
I do, because it's all about gravity.
Yeah, it's cool,
and that just makes it all very weird. Very weird. And I don't know what I was smoking. I mean, I do know it because I was smoking for sure. But that to me is interesting. And so we were talking about not talking about AI.
Yeah.
But my most interesting thing about AI is this. AI as Terminator is stupid. AI is not going to kill. If AI is killing the human race, AI is not using guns. That is
absolutely
stupid.
Why would it be so inefficient? That is the most inefficient way to wipe people out ever.
It's the dumbest thing. It's great for Hollywood, but that is so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But also, AI is very currently. I mean, God only knows where we're going with it, but But AI is trained on us and our stupidity, right? Imagine a weapon trained on Reddit. Now, if you have a Reddit trained, now you just caught me. Now I'm listening, white bread.
Okay.
Woo.
So here I've got something interesting for you then, right? So this is
the Reddit gun. Right? Reddit gun would be dope.
Not quite, but it's interesting. Let me describe it like this. Okay, so in this future world, obviously it'd just be drones and AI. The whole thing would be drones and AI.
Of course. Right? Yeah, so, it's Starship Troopers. Duh. Right?
100%. Yeah. So I've got a device called a disruptor, which stops various types of technology working. That means you can't just field drones and AI. You have to field people in the field.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. There's brings the people in. Yeah. So cool. That's the power of that. Okay. But then what I wanted is, so then you could carry AI with you in a Faraday box and pull it out and use it when you needed to, and as a like as a thing. But the trick of that is still kind of boring. So I said, okay, well, let's imagine there was a war between species and AI. Right?
X and Y, yeah.
Yep. And then I wrote this thing, like all 7, intelligent species across the whatever have decided that AI is to be no AI anymore. It's no machines that can think because it's too.
Your Kickstarter is going to be huge.
I'm not doing a Kickstarter. Anyway,
I know.
Yeah. So if you picture that, then someone's going to want a loophole. So this is a loophole I came up with. But
cool.
But when people die, humans like to connect with them, right? So humans made a carve out in their rules that said, yeah, but except for people to comfort, so you could make someone that's a copy of a real person, and you could use that to comfort people, right? And so there's this company I made up called Augmented Immortality, just because it's funny to me. But
no, you should name it after what was the computer? The huge dick. Make it Dick something.
Dick Smith.
Dick Smith.
People who are listening to this are going to go, "What are you talking about?" If you're
now you have to explain it. It was a computer. It was your first computer. Instead of Smith, make it Johnson, which is funnier. It's funny. Dick Johnson. Yeah. Anyway,
you're getting distracted on the flavor, but it's good flavor. I'm really happy with this. So you have a thing where you can take a real person and recreate an AI from them.
I'm with you.
So immediately it's your Reddit person. But you create this AI from them, and but they also soup up some of their abilities and give them access to all knowledge and all languages, right? So they have some skills that are, top level skills, but they're also. So I think this does 2 cool things, because you have this. The thing is it's not an AI anymore. It's a person. So you have to personify and you have to connect. Well, you have to connect, but you're more ready to connect. But also, if any of your characters die, you can turn them into a chip that you put in your pocket, which is like, what's that 2000 AD thing? Rogue Trooper. Yeah, and he had all these friends were dead, but he carried them around as chips and could talk to them.
Wow, never saw that.
Yeah, it was. I reckon the best.
This down. White Bread
writing down Rogue Trooper as an inspiration.
White Bread just wrote down something that will expand the next issue 19 pages.
100%. So the sum total of all that is I've got to describe all these different wizard weapons plus drones plus AI. So yeah, it's gonna push the page count.
I just my weird void priests or whatever. The void.
Yeah.
It's I see. I just feel like the specificity of, let's say, 4E guns is I'm being a little bit of a dick.
Well, I love the contrast. Like your thing is so ephemeral.
It's weird, man.
Yeah, and mine is buttoned down fiction, and you put those things next to each other, and that's the joy of science fiction.
Okay, that's cool. If we're gonna do that,
yeah.
But then, so like,
and I'm not putting them together, but we're putting next to each other in the zine, right?
Yeah, in the zine.
Yeah,
as two sides of a coin.
Yeah, exactly. Because you wanna explore what science fiction is, and effectively, I'm doing hard science fiction.
That I want to do.
Soft science fiction, and that's the point of this whole gig. Yeah, we're trying to shake crap up and take different viewpoints on things.
I don't want Starship Troopers at all. Absolutely fucking no.
Starship Troopers is a very fascist kind of, but anyway, yes, no.
Well, I mean, but like, if you're building a world where weapons are like your entry into it, you're building that. To me, like that's not interesting to me.
You're building it a more corporate side, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, fine, but like
mercenaries. Right?
I'm building like this weird fucking. Because the cool thing to me in Star Wars is the Jedi, and
Yeah.
it's honestly, compared to what I'm thinking now, Jedi is a little weak.
Exactly. Yeah, your stuff is way more interesting.
It's
And
weird though, and I don't know what to do with it yet because it's weirding me out. Honestly, I just had to put it down because I'm like,
yeah, I know.
wait.
This is why you had to put it down for a while, and I'm good for that. Keep working on it. My thing, I have to work iteratively and refine and refine and refine and refine. You're gonna come back to yours and just go, got it, and we'll do a rewrite. Whereas I'm adjusting the ranges of weapons and all sorts of stupid things that no one really
all the shit I don't want to do. There's zero chance I would do that.
Yeah.
So I'm down with that. Like, so I want you to shit on my stuff like I'm shitting on your stuff, because like that's what's interesting. Honestly, this is the pod. This is why this pod is interesting because you and I have the same ideas, but we come in it from different aspects,
which is perfect.
That's interesting. Right? Yeah, It makes it so, because our conversations that hilariously we literally only have on mic are fun, and that's why we shit on each other.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny though? Like you go, it should be a zine, and I go, yeah, and then I make a zine, and you go, that's not a zine.
Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah. Well, all I'm saying is you need to edit yourself more. Yeah, because I'm so much harder on myself. Oh my God. I'm a good editor for me because I brutalize myself. It's all.
Yeah, I do that on my fiction, but when I get to wanting to be fully descriptive. Yeah. But man, I bought you know how much I bought that World War II weapons down. That's a handful of pages now, and it was 20, 30 pages of weapons.
I still think the 0.5s are interesting. I think you should consider the 0.5. Because
I'll consider it.
It's not. You already have the format and shit. Like, what's hard? And you get rid of a lot of the stuff, and then, but people like that. Like, people download the shit out of my. What the fuck do I call it? the Hex Crawls rules, right? Like, it's because it's so. It's just
it's quick and you get into it. Yeah. And I think this is the thing, right? So I could break all this up and put like 50 things on my itch, and people would download them probably more. But I just don't give a shit.
No, I wouldn't give a shit.
I'm doing it for me.
I'm just saying, like, as a way to differentiate, like, because I think
this is. So I think maybe when we get. I think this next issue I want to put this in, but after that, I've got a lot of episodic things that build to something. A lot of and I think that'll work better in the zine format. So I'm looking to zine 5 plus, man.
Well, so like I think we have. This is I actually am enjoying this podcast now because we're just talking shit about ourselves. And like the zine, I think it's cool. You have to have the anchor. It has to have one world-ish thing. Right? Your quick starts, that's cool. That's not my jam exactly, but like, I'm down.
I'm just trying to build enough of them so if you're stuck, you can flick and read 3 pages and go, but yeah,
and build on it. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. But it takes building, right? Like, that's cool. And like some of the things, like, all right, this is a full thing. I think that's cool. I think the fiction is cool. I'm like, not everyone's going to be into that, but like, whatever, man. Like,
it doesn't take up a lot of page count. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of page count.
And so, like, and then like some of the other doodads are kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know. I like it.
I think we've got a good mix. We've got a good mix. The problem is, in the last 3, I've put in big projects, and it's taken up a lot of page count. But I have one more big project, but I don't think that's actually a zine thing. So I think from here in, I think from issue 5 onwards, we can be doing like a tighter concept. But yeah, I got to get this. Future weapons thing out of my brain. It's churning.
I know. No, it's cool. This is what the 0.5s should be for. It's like
well, I did think of this for a while. Like breaking the World War II up into things you could do in World War II, and then in the second issue, a list of weapons. But then that seemed super lame for the second issue.
0.5.
Because
White bread's 0.5.
Could be. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see how the next one looks.
I kind of like that because, I mean, you can name it very specifically, right? Like it's like, oh, you know.
Yeah, this is the extension bit of this one. Yeah. Well, that would have brought the third one down under 60, I think. So much closer to an actual zine.
Close. Cigar. I don't know.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna keep giving you shit about that because I probably should.
Yeah.
It's not.
I probably should at some point.
It doesn't bring me much joy outside of laughter, which is joyful. But like, I'm done with that. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, let's see what happens after issue 4.
So hold on, the AI thing.
Yeah.
Yes, people. We're talking about AI. I'm sorry. You can downvote me or whatever. Like, all right, fine. The other interesting thing about AI to me is AI is a predictive model currently. We're talking about current. AI can look objectively at stuff and be like, yeah, you know, that's.
I think this is the thing, right? Especially if you're thinking from science fiction, and you can go, well, what's the next iteration of that?
Yeah.
And that's an interesting place. And what is the impact of that on the world?
Well, I'm saying like AI is just going to be factual. AI can recognize the patterns, and so like now in an AI movie that I'd prefer to talk about is like War Games, right? Like War Games is an interesting movie. And so what happens if War Games is right and AI is like, this is fucked. I can literally see that this is not helpful to humans. I'm not sure what instigates AI saying, like in War Games, it's like, oh, you guys are fucked, so I'm just going to kill you all. Versus,
I find this, which is way easier to do than sending a bunch of Terminators with guns.
But also like, maybe it's like, this is fucked. I'm just going to shut this down, and also I'm not going to let you do this. I'm gonna, I don't know. Yeah. What if AI is the savior of humanity?
I think this is really interesting, right? Because there's a lot of people saying, "Oh yeah, we need AI, we need AI because it's going to fix the environment, right?" And yet it has significant consumption issues. But it would be super interesting because essentially we know how to fix the environment. We just don't do it, right? We know that we need to cut back on the amount of CO2 we're putting out. We know that we need to, stop drilling. We know we need to create sustainable kind of things instead of commercialized environments. So it's all pretty freaking obvious what we need to do. So it'd be great if AI,
right.
Like AI, like Deep Thought came back and we said, what is the solution? It said, do the things you should be doing.
Yeah, like 42 motherfuckers.
42, just do it. Like, what are you doing? Like that, maybe it takes something that's not us to point to the thing and go, it's pretty freaking obvious what you should be doing. The problem is you're not doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What if AI was Deep Thought and it would be awesome?
It's
like, well, mice, motherfuckers. Duh.
This is,
that's interesting to me.
You know what people should do? They should stop looking at the metaverse or whatever because if you read that Neil Stephenson book, the metaverse is horrible. It's a terrible place.
No, it's trash.
And the future society is terrible, but instead of look at that, look at Deep Thought. Take your inspiration from Deep Thought and Babelfish and stuff like that.
Exactly my point. You know what's interesting AI that saves humanity. That's fucking interesting to me.
Super interesting.
Let's have AI that's like that takes over and is like, yeah, we're gonna stop you from doing this.
Yeah. This is like alpha complex, and like, do you know what I mean? There is a range of fictional situation, fiction. Sorry, that already has a lot of this the idea in it. I feel like we can't see beyond, stage 2. Do you know what I mean? Like, we kind of distracted by stage 2 and not stage 3 on a lot of stuff.
I don't know what
Like,
the
what's
stages
next
are, but
step is?
are you saying we can't get past capitalism and shitting on it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably. No, I mean that, but I also mean, like, you look at a technology, right, and you go, it's almost Gartner's, hype cycle. Yeah, we're in the rise of the hype cycle, and we can't see anything except the hype, and then we go in the trough of despair, and we can't see anything except the trough of despair, and then it comes to the plateau of reasonableness, or whatever it's called. Yeah,
the pit of despair. I don't know.
I think it's the trough, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know what you're talking about. I know the pit of despair.
Is it the pit of despair? Is it?
No, the pit of despair is from Princess Bride. It's funnier.
Yeah. I'm talking about the Gartner hype cycle. Hype cycle. Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh, look it up, man. It's super cool. So basically, the way it goes is, new technology comes up. Nobody's heard of it. People start hearing about it. They get more and more and more and more excited. And then we realize, oh, actually, it's got these problems. And the hype goes crashing into a trough. And then it comes up to like a plateau of that's. So, I feel like we're always, you got a group of people who are in the hype cycle, and a group of people who are looking forward to see the trough, but who's looking to see the plateau in all technologies, like Google Glass, classic. Oh my God, this is so amazing. Oh, this is kind of creepy and weird.
Yeah, totally.
And now doctors use it in surgery to help them do just a good surgery. You've reached the plateau of usefulness, or whatever the hell the thing is.
Plateau of usefulness is interesting to me.
Well, I don't know. It could be getting the terms wrong, but the concept is overhyped, crash into, oh, this is terrible, and then actually a level of actual usefulness. I think there's a lot of tech like that. Do you want to talk about what's after Dark Secrets?
Oh yeah, okay. Let's go. So do your intro monologue.
Okay, here's my monologue. People, get ready. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It degraded into the worst of times. So we came up with this concept called Dark Secrets, which originally we called Schadenfreude, because it was cool. Us looking at our own characters and going, how can we make their lives more horrible? But Dark Secrets works really well for what you create is this kind of, you create the drama that you need by letting the players at any point that they want succeed at something by digging a big hole for their character in their character's future, right? So
okay, but let me try to comment on this and not destroy it,
cool.
Or your. But like from playing it, it's more like I get what I want, but I have to basically give over some shit to the GM that they're gonna fuck me over with.
Exactly. You're inviting the GM to fuck with you,
but you get what you want. It's a great credit card of success.
Yeah,
with a high penalty.
And I would say these are the interesting things about it, right? So what you're doing is you want a thing now, you get that, but what you give is you give history. Because it's a dark secret, it's something usually from your past. Sometimes it can be in the moment, like I realize something or whatever.
And it's a secret, so it's implied that it's bad, yes?
Yes, it implied that it's bad. And the GM makes an assessment of how much you succeed based on
how juicy
and with the group's input, how juicy it is and how much pain it is going to cause you in the future, right? So generally the things are bad. And what you get is, but what you give is you give facts about the character's past, Like, so we're reinterpreting the whole story now with the fact that actually these two characters, this character is into that character. Wow. Well, now you can look back at the things that happened before and go, wow, isn't this, like you create something really interesting.
Backstory with teeth.
And backstory with teeth, yeah, because it's creating problems with you that are going to come and bite you in the ass in the future. So it just, the cycle of this is so powerful.
It's so juicy. Powerful. I loved it.
Yeah, juicy as hell. And if you're playing like a gangster thing, perfect. If you're playing, I don't know, pretty much anything we've ever played is perfect. But go ahead. Do you want me to do the butt or am I do the butt?
No, you do the butt.
But let me tell you about Bill.
Do the butt?
So Bill is a nice dentist who, in one of my current campaigns I'm playing, and he is summoned into the alternative worlds to beat a monster. So it's a monster summoning spell for a Chicago dentist. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
That's kind of dope. You got to tell me more about that later.
Yeah, super cool. What was it? The way we did it is in issue 3. It's one of the quick starts.
Oh yeah.
But it hasn't got the detail of the campaign.
Right. Like, you guys are into that, like normal profession sucked into an alternate universe. Cool. Go.
Yeah. Anyway, so Bill's a pretty horrible person by now. We're 12 episodes in, and I'm. There's a thing, Meg.
How many dark secrets did you give up?
Only 2, but they were pretty juicy.
Wow, 2.
Yeah.
Were children involved? Don't answer that. Actually, I'll act as your lawyer, as Bill's lawyer.
No, they weren't. No, there wasn't like that. Well, I can tell you what it was. I needed something really big. So he harvested organs from people who went into his dental chair, and he knocked them out. Right, cool. Harvested their organs. Right. So
wait. So little sidebar here, because I've played in your games, and you essentially start thinking about Dark Secrets. You had this, didn't you? You
I came up with it on the spot.
On the spot? Okay, cool. That was my question.
Yeah, because of some other things. Because of some other things that were happening, it made sense.
Also, does that make me less or more concerned about you?
I don't know. Probably the darkest secret I've had a character make. He's the cream on the cake, because one of the other guys was an organ delivery driver. Like, he drove from hospital to hospital. Our characters didn't know each other before then, but he was an organ delivery driver.
That's the character I would want to play. Honestly.
Yeah, he's delivering the organs for me, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't take them to a body bag. He took them to a restaurant. Right? So it's got, you see how dark it's gotten, right? With just a few dark secrets.
Tell me the transactions in the bathroom are something dirty and filthy. It's awesome.
I don't know. Anyway. It's just literally he takes organs and the dude takes them to a restaurant. It's horrible, right? It's horrible. Anyway, he's done some other things, but it's hard to play this character now, right? He's got no redeeming features left, pretty much. Like, this thing Meg Baker said, you play Dogs in the Vineyard and eventually you hate your character, right? Because it's got a similar kind of cycle of
what. Yeah. Every single episode we've talked about Dogs in the Vineyard, I think.
Yeah, this podcast. We should just change the name probably will just Dogs in the Vineyard Appreciation.
Yeah, this is why we love Dogs in the Vineyard, because it's what actual hard, like, it's the hardest thing to play ever.
Yeah, so the problem is you can create stories that get increasingly difficult for the characters because they get darker, which is super cool. And every campaign we've done it in has worked like a dream. But I'm wondering if there's another way to give people automatic successes that gives you something in the past and something in the future that's going to challenge you, like, that isn't a dark secret. So that's the premise.
Wait,
can we make something that spirals people up to being more wholesome, darker?
So like you said, dark secret. So I was like, so what, like light goodness or something. But like,
no, it was the opposite of a secret, right? So it's got to be everybody's always known that I am super awesome. Which is that what the hook is on that?
Yeah, but so I love this idea. So, I made just because I had to like. You were just throwing the shit out there.
What
I'm like,
F I was talking about.
yeah, I didn't know. So I was like, all right, I made a little outline, and I came up with vows basically. So I would call it vows, but immediately it's like, so at the end of the good thing, do you just become a paladin?
Yeah, I think you do, right? You know,
yeah,
like,
you do. But is that better? Does that solve your problem?
No, but it's different.
Yeah,
and
okay.
the other thing is, okay, so let's describe it, right? So what we're talking about is instead of making a dark secret, you describe a vow that you have made, yeah, an oath, something you've sworn to do.
Or are we making that? That's like the.
So making is good, but what I don't like about making in the moment is it doesn't give you history.
Right.
You've got to build some sort of history.
So explain to me where like I'm up against big thing and I'm like, God, if you let me smite this motherfucker, I will give you my chastity.
Yeah, so that's one thing. So I've already got that in the name toolkit, and it's called oaths, and they're okay, but we don't use them really. You know,
it's cool.
But what I'm wondering
is scaffolding. I'm giving you scaffolding because that's where my brain went.
100%. And so what I'm wondering is something like, I like the retrospective nature of it. Yeah, this thing, I was an organ harvester in the past. And so we look at all my actions through organ harvesting like that. And the things I can't come up with a dark secret which is inconsistent with what's happened in the game so far, right? Like it can be, I hate this. I've always said I hate this person, but actually I love them. You can do that inconsistency, right? Because you're actually taking a layer off the onion. But you can't say I would never kill anybody when you've already killed people, right? You know, like you can't create something that invalidates things that have happened. It has to be something that could have happened, like a dark secret where you say, I don't know, organ harvesting's not a good one, but there's plenty of ones where you say, where you make a core fact about a person, and then that core fact can't have been something that, you know, is conflated with something that previously happened.
Okay, so let me.
You can't make a dark secret that couldn't have happened based on fiction we already have. That's a better way to say it. So what I'm wondering is, what if you
wait. So let me interject, because like now I'm confused, because a dark secret obviously is like history. This is because it has to be. This is something that I did this, or I am this, or right, like I like this, I just don't tell anyone, right? Like, and so your insistence on the vow or light obviousness versus secret is that it has to have history, and I'm going to push back. I'm like, does it? Or is this like, I used to do this, but I swear to you, I will never do this again? Because that's kind of cool.
No, I agree. But I think here's the problem, right? So when we did oaths, because what you described has got history. So when we did oaths, what it is it's you in the moment. It's like you in the boat with the storm coming, going, God, if you let me out of this, I'm going to do blah or blah or whatever for you, right? Yeah. And so there's two parts to that. It's got no history apart from the moment. Yeah. So I think it has to have some history, right? So let's say you say, so I think you could have a vow you did in the past, or you could do a vow that's based on the past, right? Cool. Like you could say, that is it. I kill no more people. My ledger is full of red. I've got to start turning it black. You know, like this is the moment. But I think the interesting thing about it is, so I think you've got to have something in history you tie to, right? Which I think means that it works. Because if you don't, you're not giving anyone history. You're not giving there's less juice. But the other thing is, I think you've got to have a consequence going forward, right? Which the oaths had in them. Like, if I don't, like, this is it. I stop killing people now. If I don't, I'm lost forever. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, you're giving yourself a stricture and a punishment if you fail to meet it. And I think, and some history. And if you put those three things together, I think that's as juicy as Dark Secrets.
Okay, so I mean, at some point, this comes down to like Dark Secrets kind of changed the narrative, right? So, whatever you would call this, I'm just going to use vows because that's the easiest thing I can say.
Yeah, vows is cool.
Vows, because it's not oaths, but like vows also need to change the narrative, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of the character. It's very helpful because that makes them juicy to the GM, right? Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I can work with that. And I'm just like, so that's a part of it. The history part of it, let's go down that road because we'll figure out if that's true or not. Because I kind of love the idea of, well, sorry, backtrack just a second. It kind of comes down to names too, right?
Yeah, it's got to connect. Yeah, you've got to.
So what if you have to? What if you have to disavow one of your names? Which is kind of juicy, right? Like you have to change one of your names on the spot. Like I would want it to be like, if we're, it doesn't even have to be a paladin, but like, I am no longer doing X. So basically you're just like, you're confining yourself to get this thing, but then it's on and on and on. I don't know that the history is the interesting part.
Yeah, the confinement is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So think about a paladin. It's like, right. Like if it's basing it on the name, that's dope.
That could be juicy. Yeah.
You have to disavow one of your names.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
like
cool.
That. You have to literally pick the pen up and cross it off right then and there.
Yeah. Do you have to add something new? Maybe not, but like I will never do X again.
Yeah. And I think the stricture, the and the consequence. I think there's a series of questions, like when someone does a Dark Secret, and especially when you're starting, there's a few questions the GM will kind of ask you around it to draw it out, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, we had a dude once, and he was playing a really interesting character, and he said, yeah, and the Dark Secret is my character used to be a cross-dresser, and we're like, none of the other characters give a shit. Nobody cares. There's no teeth to it. There's no teeth to it. Yeah, there's no impact in the future. So you can do that. That's perfect. You can say that,
and that's easy for the GM because they're like, I'm not going to build anything off that.
Yeah, there's nothing I can build off that. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares in a bad way. People, whatever, do whatever you want. But
that's a terrible Dark Secret, by the way.
Yeah, we workshopped it and we got it to a better place.
Yeah, because they're difficult. I'm not shitting on the player.
No. He was desperate to come up with something, and that's where he started, and we got to a better place on it. But yeah, I think there's a series of questions the GM asks you, like, like it's like when character has an emotion. There's a series of questions you can start to have. Like, well, why are you angry about that? Well, blah blah, and then you're creating history, right? So I think there's a way you can say, well, why are you sick of killing people? Like you can draw some things out of it because the person might say, yeah, well, that's it. I'm not going to kill another person from now on. That's because otherwise, whatever. And that's good. But I think there's still questions you can ask around it that can draw out history if it exists and draw out other things.
Now I'm with you. And that gets to your like, oh, well, my grandmother, she would not approve of where I'm at with this.
Yeah. Yeah, she had strong religious beliefs, and
so your questions are cool. So you can question into the history. That's dope.
Yeah, which is Yeah, and that's the point, I think, of the whole thing. It's not just I used an emotion. Okay, we learn a bit of emotion about your character. No, we used an emotion. Now I'm, and if it's appropriate, not every time, but like, why are you feeling that emotion?
Yeah.
What is that
That's
emotion about? And then you're exploring the character, and you get much deeper crap.
Yes.
Which I think you often get from Dark Secrets.
So maybe it's not necessarily history.
No, but
that
I think
helps.
you need to.
Yeah.
A good one, like a good Dark Secret, isn't just cross-dressing. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah.
You get more depth and more things. So if it adds history, that's cool. It doesn't change the amount of
So I was
the
looking
impact
for
in the future.
As usual, I'm looking for GM prompts, right? Like to help GM assistance.
Yep.
And the GM assistance for Dark Secrets or whatever this is can I fuck the player over with us? And if the answer is I have something.
Well, yeah. Let me put it in a
more tactfully.
No. I'm that's the reality of it. But
that is definitely the reality.
I gotta add a couple of words. The player has invited me to fuck with their character over this. That's what's happening. They opened the door and said, "Hey, GM, can you please fuck with my character based on this thing?"
So I can have this thing.
That's what it is, right?
It's the most because it's the most American thing I can think of.
What's that?
I love
the fuck with it.
No, can I have what I want today, and you can fuck me over tomorrow?
Yes, it's absolutely. You're taking successes on credit. Yeah,
it is a credit card.
You will not like the interest fees when they come.
The interest rates are monstrous.
Yeah,
possibly literally.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So I think we've workshopped. I think that's good.
Does that put you in the right space? Because that's what that's our goal. Today.
Yeah. Let me take what you've written. I'll muck around with it, and I'll send it back.
Well, that's the only That's the only reason I wrote it down. I was like, all right, Whitebread is, as usual, giving me nothing on this. I have to workshop this myself. And like figure out like what the fuck is he talking about, because I know Dark Secrets because I've played them, and it's like, all right, what's the opposite? And I was like, all right, go through this, and I came up with vows because it's a different thing. Like I vow to do X.
Sure. Yeah, I like vows, and we had oaths, but I think what was lacking is maybe the scaffolding in questions, or maybe it's. I think there's. Yeah, I think there's something there. Oh, here's the other thing. I really like the idea that it's like Jedi, right?
Yeah.
So you can Dark Secret, I love Padme, or you can Light Secret, I've taken a vow not to do thing. You see what I mean? Like, so I think you can become a paladin, right? Just by here's all the strictures that I will follow. And the other part about strictures. I'll get distracted. So yeah, you can follow that path, or you can follow the Dark Secret path, or you can follow both of them. Yeah. But the other interesting thing about vows is it's like beliefs, instincts, and what's the other thing? Burning Wheel, beliefs. Yeah. No, Burning Wheels and Mouse Guard Knights have beliefs, and then the advice to the GM is push people's beliefs. I vow never to kill anyone again. All right.
Oh, that's easy.
All right, buddy. Let's
maybe
let's push that. See if you really believe that.
I like concretes. So like,
that's good.
Where a Dark Secret basically adds a name, a vow has to subtract a name. That's kind of that's very concrete and very easy to like. All right, cool. But also, who the vow is to is interesting. Me, another entity. Like that's all very interesting. There's definitely have a good concept in there. That's why I outlined it, because I'm like, I need this. I need some data.
Yeah, and I think this is the thing, right? Because all of the things we talked about are the questions the GM should open up. Like, who are you making this vow to? What is going to happen if you don't keep it? That to me is the juice here.
Absolutely. Because basically the GM is asking, how do you want me to fuck you over?
Exactly. You're inviting me, but I don't want to understand what the invitation is. Okay, now I get
this
it.
is
Right,
every
you're wrong.
D&D thing there is, right? Like, it's just we don't say it out loud. You don't, but it literally, if you put it in the rules like that, everybody will be like, oh, I got it. It's sad how much we dance around the truth in everything in life, but like, that's the facts, right? But I do like the takeaway ad name thing because names is so good. Like that really just kind of, this is just another reason why names are good, right? Like, all right, cool.
It's
helpful.
Yeah. And I'm interested to try this and go, you know, it's a really interesting thing to try. I think I'd like to try a campaign.
That's cool. I would like that so like I'm in there, right? Like I'm like, Jehovah or whatever. If you will let me, like so many things. God, I don't know. You've watched the 70s movies, the movie Excalibur, right? You must have.
Yep.
Yeah. So he's got to get through what's his name, Silver Knight dude, and he uses Excalibur. Fuck this guy up, crank, and that's the only way he can beat him, right? Like that's exactly where my mind went with this. I was like, oh, but like what like that destroyed Excalibur, which was hilarious to me, right? Like, that's interesting. But what did I call it in my notes? I said by Grabthar's hammer.
Yeah.
I knew you would get that reference.
Yeah, 100%.
But like, do you have a hammer that you could make a vow on? That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, and I think this you can theme to the world, right? So if the world has gods that walk amongst us, you can.
But by Grabthar's hammer too, though. Yeah, like Grabthar's hammer is totally in the realm of possibility. So like, but it's based on the character. If the character has if they have Grabthar's hammer, it's got to be a name, right? Like, because that's too powerful. So if you swear on Grabthar's hammer, like that's kind of cool.
It is cool, yeah. You're absolutely doing the critical thing, which is dark secrets, like vows or whatever we call them, is absolutely drawing out detail about the character. Yeah, I'm only being coy about choosing a name because we used to call dark secrets Schadenfreude, and
no, the right name will come up.
I think it's worth. Taking the time to
work through I started with your oaths, and I was like, oaths isn't really it.
No.
I mean, kind of. Vows is kind of cool because that's something like personal almost. Like I vow to do yada yada. You'll figure it out.
What's that? Iron Sworn has the iron vows. I think there might be another word in there. I don't think it's iron, but you know what I mean? Like, there's something interesting. Yeah. Anyway, so let's keep bouncing this back and forth in text, and then we'll see what we come up with. Yeah,
because I like cool. that. I think that's cool. But like, ultimately, how can the GM fuck me over? How does it change the narrative? Right? Like, what it costs a name. That's fucking awesome right there. Like, cool. All right. Well, then, because it's giving, right? The let's just call it vows. The vow, your character's giving up a name. That's kind of, unless they have a shitty name and then it's cheap. But like,
but it's got to be a name like a dark secret. You create a name related to the thing. I like that you have a name related to this, right? So effectively, you're giving up. Say I vow to stop killing. What is the name related to killing you're giving up?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Like,
it's perfect.
There's a power to that, which is basically saying, I'm not going to be good at this thing anymore because I'm
Yeah,
I'm
because you literally have to. You no longer can roll for it. If you do it without rolling, there's a small penalty, but then there's some smite coming your way, motherfucker. Like, I think that's pretty dope. And I just love the thing that concrete. Nobody doesn't understand that once they understand names, right? Like,
yeah,
that's pretty dope.
absolutely.
Push that at your players, your Australian players, and see where they're like, ooh.
Yeah, let me see what happens. Yeah.
Because they'll understand the weight.
Yeah, and I think the trick here is, so there's a lot of cool concepts we came up with that we just don't bother with anymore. Like, we use Blaze of Glory occasionally.
It's fun. I used it.
Yeah. But like, it's not names. Sorry, Dark Secrets. Dark Secrets are everywhere.
Yeah.
But
no, Blaze of Glory I used, but I think Blaze of Glory is absolutely dope. Like,
I think it is. And I wouldn't take it out take it out as an option. But there's
like
there's a thing called
Karma doesn't do anything.
Karma does it, yeah.
It doesn't work.
It works for some people, but it's and the reason it works is for groups who enjoy it is it's
cool.
Like I was playing in one of my groups the other day, and people going, yeah, but you know how much karma he's sitting on, pointing to the GM. It's when the GM's screwing with you. It's like, but we literally gave him points to do this with.
Yeah.
So we can't complain. So that's a benefit. But I don't think you need it. Like,
I just don't think you need it. Like, I would just never use that because, like, that's just
I never use it when I GM. I just never use it.
Yeah. But I would just do it. I would do it anyway. I don't need the points to tell me to do it.
But it's also a trend. It's in as you move into it. Like, we went through a phase where we used it, and it helped us understand that
totally.
Yeah. So I think it was still potentially a useful concept. It's just not as useful after you've been playing hundreds of sessions.
No, and it's a meta currency I don't want to track.
I hate meta currencies unless they're in the fiction, in which case I love them, like Dark Secrets.
Oh yeah, Dark Secrets is great because like it's juicy, and so like I like
it's meta currency. You're using your meta currency, but there's no numbers. It's just,
you're not tracking
I'm going to get screwed with it. Yeah, you're tracking the fact that, remember how,
and in your game and in my game, because I also use names, like names just become the tracking, and it becomes the character sheet too, and it's all good, and you don't have to write it down.
Yeah, you don't have to write anything down. Yeah, you just carry on.
Now what are we going to talk about? Now we're out of shit to talk about.
Well, I think we're also out of time, right? Because what are we at, 90 minutes now?
Yeah, but we talked a bunch of like, I don't know, we talked about
what
shit
you do with this. I don't know what you do at the end of this stuff. Like, just good luck with that, man.
Totally.
Use the podcast out of that.
I mean, I just edit the stuff that I should, and I leave all this other stuff in. Mostly I edit out my swearing.
Yeah, I think I did a little bit of swearing this week too. I don't care so much if you don't edit that.
I was okay. I was okay on this one. I don't have to edit a lot. It's good.
Yeah, there's a few F words, but I think it's still the most interesting podcast I listen to. And not because I'm listening to myself, it's because it makes me think deeper about our conversation afterwards.
Totally.
I can't wait till the episode comes out, and I listen to it at least twice.
I'm struggling with games right now. I'm not on games. I'm not playing them, not running them. And I'm just like and like, we shit on games. I don't want to shit on games, man. I just don't want to play them either. Like, people are like, hey, let's talk about Dragonheart and shit. I'm like, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Motherfucker.
It's just. I get excited about worlds. I can't get excited about rules.
No.
You know, like especially like, oh, here are your attributes. Oh, good. Here is your
But
thing. And in the situation of a blah, you add a +2 bonus. Oh God, you know.
I'm just so
It's not
out
my
on it.
thing.
And we're such dicks. Like, we're not dicks for feeling that way, but like, oh, it just cuts out 99% of the hobby. And I'm just like, oh,
Yeah,
I
it
don't know what
does.
to do.
Yeah.
And
So
I don't
much
want to feel like a
focus on
dick
that thing.
about it, but I also don't want to play that shit because, like, I
No,
just can't do it, man.
it's just I can't do it.
I can't pretend to care about meta currency and it's a D12 though, and like, and it has cool. Bro, I don't care at all, man. Like,
no.
what we're talking about is way more interesting to me, and not to 99, maybe 98% though. That'd be great.
Could be 98.
Could we get 1 more percent? That'd be so fucking cool. But that's where we're at, and it's not helping.
Yeah, honestly though, I'm really just play whatever you want, guys. It doesn't really bother me. But yeah,
Totally.
we talked about this
of
before.
Course.
Yeah,
our talks are interesting to me. I was glad to be able to help with this because I'm like, I mean, you know, you're like, what about whatever you called it something different, vows. I'm calling it vows for now. Just as a marker.
And
I was like, I can think about that. Like, cool.
Yeah,
like I can think about problems, but like I'm not feeling. God, I'm not feeling the love to play right now. I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah, and that's just a vibe thing. Like I've gone through stages like that in my life where I'm like, I don't know why I'm interested in this hobby. Really.
I'm anxious to play again, but I'm like, I'm not anxious to find players that want to do the shit I want to do. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So like, it's fucked up. But I don't know. Also, I mean, we could also talk about Discord. This is this is not like, I don't know. I don't care about Discord. Like,
no, Discord is. So this is. Yeah, I've got to start looking at Matrix or something else. I unfortunately watched this video all about how bad actors are using it because this thing they did. The meeting rooms aren't in. The conversations aren't in one Discord, and that's a distributed model, and that's good.
Yeah,
but it's also weird as hell.
I mean, if you want, we can talk about Matrix. The amount I've learned, it's not that impressive.
Yeah,
but like it's pretty easy to get on once you understand the weird shit that they make you jump through. It's not unlike
this is the weird the weird stuff is the barrier, right?
Yeah, but like
for the average runner, it's going to stop it going ballistic.
Yeah, but like you can kind of just figure that out. But like what's not obvious is you have the protocol and some clients, and they just kind of, well, you're just on the Matrix, and there's a matrix.org, and you're like, oh, well, then I'm on that. But no, there you can be on. It's just like where you signed up for what are you on, dice.co or something for Metaverse? Yeah, like whatever. It's exactly that. It's just like, and so hilariously, I was pissed off. I'm like, I don't want to do this again. So what's the most aggressive place that is not in America, not hosted in the US, so, and B, doesn't give a shit, just be a good person. And so there's only a couple of them. Cool. And then you use a client. It's Cine is one that I like better than but they don't have audio or video, and it's called like Elements or something. I can't think what it's called, but that one has video chat. Yeah, and then you're done. That's essentially it. And then we're just back where we were, but without a dice roller. All right, well,